A very
What'd you do to your
disturbing
finger?
movie. Pull the tendons off the bone, which was a lot of fun. Just doing something really nothing.
Golf.
NFL linemen do it apparently, but I was cleaning a spot off a carpet, and it just, I was putting a little muscle in it, but I know I was, you know, Hercules. And, it was disturbing. This movie had me, I yelled one time loud. I yelled once loud, and then I was squirming just in the opening credits, so he had me tuned up in this movie. Does anything scare you? What scares you?
Journalist, no.
Journalist? Okay, that's a good one.
Asking questions that are complex, that I can't, that I want.
Snakes?
First, they expect a simple answer. Snakes do not bother me much.
Sharks?
Sharks used to bother me, but I mean, at first they didn't bother me at all. And then after
Thanks to
Steven
Peter Benchley.
Spielberg got to them, I was disturbed, and then I've worked my way past
Good.
that.
Spiders?
Spiders, not in particular, no. I mean, I was obvious, yeah, I went through a bad time about spiders too, but no, not since
you're pretty
Spider-Man, since Spider-Man and Spider-Man.
So you're in pretty good shape then. This,
Not bad.
when you read this script, did you sit down and read it all at once?
Yeah, I always do that.
What were your feelings when it was done?
I wanted to be part of it. I knew part of the process before I even read the script because of the way Knight approached it. He wanted to rehearse, and I want to rehearse. That's what I did. And then the script was wonderful, and then I went and talked to Knight. Knight wanted to talk. He didn't want to just, you know, he didn't want you to just jump on board with your reputation and that, you know, just every step of the way he wanted to actually participate with you. And so you're going, oh boy, this is a dream come true.
He's one of the more unusual guys in Hollywood, isn't he? In so many ways.
I don't know about Hollywood. I mean, in the world, maybe, where there are just there are very few of us who can manage to put together the package, the solution to our lives, and be as decent as we want to be, as we all want to be.
He seems like a nice guy.
He
as
is.
Well.
He's a
I mean,
nice
which doesn't
guy.
necessarily go with the insane things that go to do that.
I know. You don't know. You're there going, geez, I feel so comfortable. How can I feel so comfortable with somebody who's dealing with this complex a situation?
His work is very literary. We know he's a writer, but as far as a technician out there in the field doing the film, he seems to do that equally as well. Or he puts together a great team or something.
You don't see the seams with him. You can't see. You don't see the hitch. You don't see him not being able to deal with any of the tools.
How about the actors? Does he tell
That's
you
what
what
I
you
was gonna
want,
say,
or does
no.
you tell him what you? He hires you. You've written the role out. You go do it.
Initially, you can get worried because you hear he likes to rely on storyboards and stuff, and for an actor who feels he wants to bring a contribution, that can be anxiety producing. And then you get there, and then the storyboard is used as a guide, but not as a restriction, not as a suffocating device. It actually is just a device to help guide you, and if you have ideas, all he seems to expect from you is that if you have an idea, that you put it to him in a concise way, that you think about it first.
Some directors want to do it very quickly. Some want to do it 100 times. Which one is he?
He's neither. The film, as you saw, is unusual in lots of ways, many ways. Extraordinary. In a number of ways, it's unusual. He shot it a lot in masters. That is a very, very bold stroke when you're dealing with this size of project. To make that choice technically, that your editor is not going to have an out every 5 or 8 seconds so that he can cut to some other, point of view or some other take, you're locked. Woody Allen does that a lot, but Knight does it in a very different way.
Do you like working with the camera way up or way up in here?
I like working with the other actor. I don't care where the camera is.
Your whole point is to ignore the camera.
Well, I don't ignore it, but it's a blind spot. You create a blind spot because the camera's supposed to see.
Yeah.
So you're not telling the camera what to think. So that's what you have to have enough guts to make the camera go away.
Well, it did, and it worked for me.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we did good without giving anything away.